Yeah, today we came ready, and I personally came armed with my freshly issued certificate to practice in Uganda for purposes of this case. But instead of the case against Dr. Besigye and Mr. Lutare proceeding, what has happened, we are leaving this court with one of the lawyers for Dr. Besigye, Eron Kizza, having been assaulted and now sentenced by the court. I would like a colleague who saw what transpired initially, because we were at the back, entering when we found them, grabbing Aaron, assaulting him and getting him out of the court. I would like somebody who was present from the beginning, lawyer Samuel Muyezi, to address you.
I don't want anyone to believe that this is today's event. Since we came to this court, our colleague was one of those who had been listed among those that were not really supposed to proceed in this matter. And the lead counsel then was well briefed about that matter. The list, which had 3 names of lawyers, by today had 10 names. Luckily, as I entered, I was allowed to enter into the bar. Eron was following, and immediately Eron tried to enter as one of the lead counsel in this matter. He was restrained by 2 officers. Of course, it was very clear, as you try to defend the rights of others, you're expected to defend your rights too. The act of aggression was not by Eron, but by the forces. The court orderlies. I don't even know if actually they're not court orderlies, by the military who have no name tags, which is also unlawful. The rest you all saw. Coming back to the issue of contempt, we received instructions while in the dock, and it was very clear. First, he gave instructions to all lawyers to represent him, and we were ready. He raised issues of torture. His arm was clearly dislocated. The marks were clear for anyone to see. I took a picture using my phone as part of the evidence. He had been strangled all through, up to the genitalia, as he put it. That everything that you can, he said, was not even in his conscience to tell us on how to proceed, because we wanted to share with him as a lawyer. He left it to us. But what he left to us, as you saw, were not even given a chance for him to be heard through his lawyers. And the rest is on record. Let no one tell this country that this was not premeditated. We have the list which had been made of those that somehow had to end up this way. It's not the first time. And this is so telling on why we say this is a kangaroo display, I think, tribunal of the military. We have no space here. Even when we try to comply to what we should not comply. This is an act of aggression against all the lawyers in this matter. And we are not taking it lightly. From here, the lead counsel will tell you the next step. But we are not going to take it lightly. It's a twist in this matter, and a major one at that. I thank you.
Well, I'll make some remarks, and of course, in the lead of opposition, God bless you, on what has transpired today. We want to re-emphasize the point we have always highlighted. There is no justice in this building here. I don't want to call it a courtroom. Whatever is happening is a mockery of justice, travesty of the law, of the highest order. That's what is happening. The environment here, we have always talked about it. Everyone can attest to that. Transgression of the law, transgression of the highest order. What we have witnessed in the case of Kizza Eron is nothing else but defilement or rape of the Constitution. Because at least, even if they were to subject him to whatever they have, the sentence they have handed down against him, probably there should have been a modicum of civility, to have some semblance of trial of sorts. However, Charlotte could have been, even if it was a sham trial, at least there should have been a semblance of a trial. But it's unprecedented in the history of this country, in our jurisprudence, that a person can just be sentenced without a formal charge. There's no charge sheet, without even some scintilla of evidence being adduced, at least to be granted a right to be heard, and also to be asked to take a plea and to explain yourself, in total violation of a non-derogable right enshrined in Article 28 and 44 of our Constitution, the right to a fair trial, a right to a fair hearing. Even criminals who have confessed, who have made, confessions, they are taken through certain processes. But right from the word go, they just bundled him, put him in the dock. Even when he was put in the dock, say for hugging Dr. Besigye and the bed, those are the only things he did in the dock. He was not permitted any opportunity, given any opportunity to say anything. Anything. He was just brutalized and all of a sudden sentenced to 9-month imprisonment at Chitalia. What a shame. They have rendered our Constitution a paper tiger, which is it's an absurdity. So we are not taking this matter lying down. As the legal fraternity, we are going to invite our colleagues at Uganda Law Society. We are in touch with our brother Semakadde. Good thing he campaigned on the platform of banging tables, and also Radical Bar. There are new dynamics introduced within the legal fraternity. This is a matter we have to address as a team. This is not a matter of Eron Kizza alone. This is not a matter of the team that is representing Dr. Kizza Besigye here alone. This is not a matter for the political actors who are here alone. It's a matter for everybody who respects the due process, a matter for those who respect our constitutional order. So we are going to raise it with colleagues in the legal profession and see how it's going to be handled at that level by all lawyers, because it's an affront it's an affront, first of all, to the Constitution, it's an affront to the entire legal profession, and it's an affront to the right to practice yes, our profession. And that is a matter we need to take seriously as a team. And this is what we are going to pursue vigorously. But regarding the matter of Dr. Kizza Besigye, again, it is really baffling. It's a matter which is really disturbing to us, that when we are still handling preliminary issues, then the judge advocate, not the judge, the prosecutor is jumping onto some other matters which are already choreographed. That they are coming up with a new count, they are adding some other person, these ones are quick to give a ruling, stampeding every procedure, every known procedure in any given criminal justice system. It's being violated. So the whole environment here, as we have said, and want to repeat the same, is not synonymous, is not, rather, the whole environment, the hostile environment here is not conducive for dispensation of justice. And this is a matter we want to pursue vigorously to ensure that justice is done. Yes. So basically that is our position.
To add one thing before we go to the leader of opposition,